Metafix is a show that teaches you how to think in the metagame. I am not here to give you the answers, nor am I going to tell you how to win. Metafix teaches you how to play in the metagame and how to react around the metagame and what is in the metagame. If you're looking for the answers, try HC Realms, check the forums, they have all kinds of neat toys and tools and teams being brought up, and check the results of a lot of the ROC tournaments or any Worlds tournaments to see how teams played out and what teams were used for. I'm just here to help you think.
I can't tell you how many times I've turned around to people and come up with teams where all my characters can have 20 defense. And then I've turned around and said, that's always only ever failed me. I want to explain for this episode the dangers of relying on an incredibly high defense. Now, I want to preface this with the odds are not against you. The odds are not in your opponent's favor when you have an incredibly high defense. But there are still odds that they will hit, and there are 1,000 ways in this game to make the ability to hit a lot easier. Now, the reason I bring this up is oftentimes a lot of people throw me teams where they go, hey, I got Despotella Ardara, all right, so I know what your plan is to try to protect something with a 20 defense. Or I have Monel, a great 18 defense plus 1 for being adjacent. Or Captain Marvel, 18 defense plus 1 for not being a Kree next to him. All of these are great ideas, but I've learned to distrust this. And the reason for that is that a lot of the time your source of high defense doesn't have that defense for particularly long, and then the rest of your team becomes exposed. One of the dangers of relying on an incredibly high defense is that your opponent could be an opponent who finds a way to get an incredibly high attack. A 13 attack against a 20 defense is an over 50% chance of hitting. So, and in a game where there's characters that come with 11, 12 attack, they can get upwards of 14, 15 attacks to go against a 20 defense. Now, granted, you're forcing them to do the work, but their work is oftentimes going to pay off. So, I want to warn people, this is my warning episode, relying on a 20 defense has to go further than relying on a 20 defense. Now, some of the strategies that I've seen that kind of are a good idea are when you have something like a Despotella combo with an incredibly large character and, say, a Sinestro Core battery. So now you've increased the potential in the defense, decreased the potential on their ability to hit you. But if they can take Adara or Despotella's down, he's still only a 30-point character, and that reliance on that high defense and the ability to Sinestro Core is mitigated if they can get around your Thor, get to elevated, get just ways of getting around it. So, and you'll also see it phase slowly out of the metagame where high defenses are less relied on. If you can squeeze it into a team where it's only an extra portion of a better functionality, by all means do so. Despotella's does come with the fact that he is one of the most obnoxious poisoners ever created because you just can't get rid of him or you can't stop him from hitting you unless you kill him or knock him back. Bulldozer. It's your friend. Or impact beams. He does not like impact beams, just a heads up. The point I'm getting at, I have built many a team in the past where I would tell my opponent, I have a 23 defense, you have a incredibly high attack, you need a 9. I just watch 10s roll. Watch my games against Amber, I'll tell her she needs a 9. She'll roll a 9. She will roll a 9. And you will be heartbroken in the fact that if you're relying on incredibly high defense to win the game, you're in for a surprise when somebody hits that incredibly high defense. Hopefully this serves as a good warning for some of my little meta fixers, those getting your fix, meta addicts that are watching. High defenses are good, but don't rely on them. That's all I got for this week. Very short episode. So I'll see you guys next week. And remember, practice makes your team better.
The opinions and thoughts brought to you in Metafix are not meant for the casual game at the table. Married with Clix is brought to you by Majestic's Heroclix Sales down in Costa Mesa, California. Right now, they're in the middle of storefront change. In the meantime, don't forget to check out their eBay store. If you check the link down below, they always have great Heroclix stuff at fantastic prices, and they'll ship just about anywhere.